Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Fathuraahman Muhamad Fahregi, and I'm from English Education Program semester 2. And today I would like to present my final exam project, extensive listening. Hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Actually, this topic is talking about Islam, actually, and why I chose this topic. And for me, why I chose this topic is I want to explain to other person, to my friends, to all my friends, to all my families, to explain that the power of istighfar, even it's only one word sentence, it's only one word, istighfar, astaghfirullah, how strong that word is. So let's get started with the first video. The first video title is The Powers of Istighfar, and the channel is from Woman of Quran, actually in YouTube video. So before we begin to the first video, you ever have those days where everything feels heavy, like you're pushing a boulder uphill, and no matter what you try, the door just won't open? I've been there, and honestly, my first instinct is usually to look around for external fixes, change my routine, scroll for advice, and blame or just blame my circumstance. But recently, I went down this habit hole of listening to podcasts and talked about one specific practice. It's only just one word, a simple word, istighfar, just saying astaghfirullah, asking Allah for forgiveness. I used to think it was just a quick fix for when you mess up, oops, I did a bad thing, let me say it, move on. But the more I dug in, the more I realized these things were deeper than I thought, and I might actually be the missing piece we're all looking for. So let's get started for the first video. Globally, the message here is really powerful. Okay, sorry, before we start this, explain from the video. The message here is very powerful, it's very meaningful. The speakers explain how istighfar isn't just a band-aid for sins. It actually has a massive positive impact on your entire life. They talk about how sins can create difficulties like invisible walls blocking your path, while sincere repentance and regular istighfar bring peace, blessing, and open up new opportunities you never ever expected. And they don't just throw out opinions, they back everything up with verses from the Quran, from the Hadith, and that's inspiring real life story that honestly gave me chills. And next, personally, this shifted me something in me. I realized that istighfar isn't only about asking for forgiveness after making mistakes. It's actually a daily habit that keeps us connected to Allah. And here's the big one. When I face challenges now, instead of just looking for external reason or blaming my circumstance, I try to pause and reflect on myself. I ask, why do I need to work on? Why do I need to work on? And how can I strengthen my relationship with Allah? That shift in perspective alone has been huge. And one quick linguistic note from this video, the speaker mainly used a British accent. So if you're used to that creative articulate style, you'll feel right at home. But honestly, the message resonated. The accent is universal. So the second video is from Ustad Riyad YouTube channel. This is to explain from this video. The title is The 5 Miracles of Istighfar. So let's get started to explain. Globally, his video explained that istighfar is much more than simply asking for forgiveness. He breaks down what he calls the 5 miracles of istighfar. And get this, He says it actually turns bad deeds into good deeds. Subhanallah. It increases blessing, reduces anxiety, gives you inner strength when you're feeling weak, and ultimately have believers achieve Jannah, or in Indonesia we call it Surga. And it's really famous story about Imam Ahmad and the baker that I still think about. And next, personally, this video reminded me that istighfar should be a daily habit, not just something we pull out when we've made a mistake. And honestly, the story of Imam Ahmad and the baker I stuck with me because it showed how powerful sincere worship can be even when you can't see the result right away. It made me realize that the people who see the most amazing results are often the ones who just keep showing up. And the linguistic from this video, the speaker is usually uses British accent as well. Both of these first two sources had that sort of American academic feel, but the content is deeply spiritual and practical at the same time. So the third video is this, from TEDx Talks YouTube channel. The title is How Long It Takes to Change Your Life. Now, here's where I got a reality check. Globally, this TEDx talk something a lot of us believe. The myth that it only takes 21 days to build a new habit. Apparently, that idea is actually not based on science at all. Research shows that building a habit usually takes much longer. It depends on the person and how difficult the habit is. The core message here is that lasting change comes from being patient, staying consistent, focusing on the process rather than expecting quick result. This taught me something I really needed to hear. Changing my habits takes time, and it's okay if I don't see result immediately. I realized that making small improvements every single day is way more important than trying to change everything at once and burning out. It took the pressure off. Honestly, I stopped obsessing over the finish line and started appreciating the small steps. Linguistic notes from this video is the speaker uses a clear American accent. And the last video is from Ilm Fit Podcast. The title is How to Clean Our Dirty Hearts. It's very strong title. It's very meaningful title. Globally, they describe the human heart as being like a crystal. When it's new, it's clear and flawless. But over time, because of sins and negative habits, the crystal becomes cloudy. Through tazkiyah, which means purification of the heart, believers are encouraged to remove the spiritual disease by remembering Allah and improving themselves little by little. The message here is that meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. It comes through patience and consistency. And personally, from this video, this helped me realize that improving myself starts with recognizing my own weakness. And honestly, that's uncomfortable. It's way easier to point fingers at everyone else, but real change begins when I look in the mirror and admit where I'm falling short. And also learn that small consistency efforts really do make a big difference over time, even if they feel teeny at the moment. And linguistic from this video, the speaker uses an American accent but mixes in some beautiful Arabic words because I think it's from Arabic, and it gave the whole thing is this lovely blend of modern and traditional, almost bridging two worlds. Okay, so let me paste all together for you and honestly for myself too. So here's what I'm trying to do now. I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm not counting down to 21 days. I'm just showing up, saying astaghfirullah in the morning, saying it when I'm stressed, saying it before I sleep, making it a habit. Not because I'm expecting instant miracles, but because I know deep down that very sincere word is planting a seed that will bloom when Allah wills it. If you're going through a rough patch, or if you feel stuck, don't panic. Don't just look for external escapes. Turn inward, strengthen that connection. Change is happening even if you can't see it yet. Yeah, it's already in motion. So go easy on yourself. Take a deep breath. Say astaghfirullah. Say astaghfirullah every morning, every your situation, and trust the process, every process. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thank you for listening to me. If this hit home for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Take care and thank you for your attention. I'm Fathuraahman Fahregi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.